All right, good morning. I'm just going to go over, we're going to do some postures for some grounding. Anger, grief. Looks like we need some balance and regulation to our nervous system. And as for the physical, hips, neck, low back, psoas. If there's anything else, please speak now or forever hold your peace. Just kidding. I'm joking. You can type into the chat anytime you want. If there's something that pops up during practice, don't be shy. Feel free to go ahead and write it in there, and hopefully I will pay attention and monitor the chat so I can see them. So have your props. I like 2 blocks, 2 blankets, a bolster. If there's anything else you might like. I also have some sandbags. If you're into sandbags, they're really lovely for more grounding. So if you are in that space where you need more grounding, add a sandbag to any of the postures that make sense to you if you have one, just for that little extra weight. It's really nice to put them over the hips. Really good for grounding. So if you have like 2, I would place one if we're doing any, like we are going to do, a butterfly, but you could always take, I have 2. I have a sandbag here and a sandbag here, just to give me that little extra, like a weighted blanket. It feels really nice. All right, popping over one more time. All right, we're good. Okay, so let's find that comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe crossing at the shins, crossing at the ankles. So nice to be here with you this morning. This might be a little bit shorter of a practice, but let's get to it. So comfortable seat. That's why I put anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes. Just kind of depends on the morning, right? So we'll see how we go today. So finding stillness in your comfortable seat, whatever that is. Maybe you're on your knees in a kneeling position. Maybe you are in easy pose, Sukhasana. Either way, allow your eyes to close or soften. And begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Just noticing how it's moving in your body. Does it feel like it's getting stuck anywhere? Does it feel like there's a little constriction anywhere in your body? Are there any spaces when you breathe in that it's just, the breath is not getting there? If it's not, just notice that and then begin to take some fuller, deeper breaths. So really press down into those sitting bones and feel the crown of your head reaching towards the sky. So I know when I just did that little adjustment, I felt like I gained half an inch. So feel that opposing action, right? Of rooting down yet rising up. See, we are already practicing the Yin Yoga right here. So feeling that pulling apart action in our spine, kind of like those straws, like that bend, how like when you pull them apart, it goes, just think of like that. That's exactly what's happening to your spine right now, just gently stretching out. And soften through your facial features, soften through your jaw, your throat, your eyes. And allow this breath to become very intentional, very purposeful. This simple act of breathing right here in the way that we are breathing, fuller, with more intention, taking up more space. This right here is so good for our lymphatic system. We are pumping all of that fluid through our body with this simple act of breathing, but not just small breath, but like bigger breath, fuller breath. And if it's at the beginning of your day or midway through your day, maybe pause here and just set an intention for your day, or come back to your intention if you set one earlier, if this is midday for you or late morning. Come back to that thought. What do you want to feel for the day? How do you want to feel? How do you want to carry yourself today? What is the energy in which you want to be in? And if you're not exactly that energy, that's okay. We are going to get there, hopefully, within this practice. We are going to set ourselves up for positivity and success and feeling good the rest of the day. So even if your morning didn't start off so fantastic, we have this opportunity right here to recognize this is how I'm feeling, and I'm not wanting to feel this way the rest of the day. That's okay. We can change that mindset. And I too get caught up in my feelings on the daily, and then I remember, hey, Dodo, you don't have to feel this way all day. You can flip, you can switch it up. So reach for that better feeling thought. Maybe think about the rest of your day, what's coming up, who you're going to see, what you're going to do. And allow that energy, that positive, good feeling energy, to bring you up. So bring a little wiggle to your fingers, a little wiggle to your toes. Gently blink open your eyes. Come back to this space, but keep the eye gaze gentle. Don't, fully open them. I try to have a little soft light in here. It's a little cloudy here in Vegas today. So it's a little dark out there. So my room is a little dark as well. So let's come down for some grounding postures. So come off of your bolster if you're on a bolster or blankets. So let's get into our hips. Let's get into some grounding. And this will also hit the low back and the neck. So I'm going to go for all of it here. This is going to be a really nice, good one for the morning. So if you are not feeling like you want to take a full shoelace, right, that would look something like this. This is not going to work for you. We can come to half shoelace. So half shoelace is going to bring one leg extended. So think of that figure 4 shape, and then bring the ankle above the knee or below the knee, just not on top. And this is where you can be. And if you need any more supports, you can put a block here for support underneath the knee if that is necessary. Otherwise, you can gently come forward into this fold. Now, you are definitely going to feel some nice sensation along that straight leg, that hamstring, that calf. Be mindful of the knee. If this is too much for the knee, place a rolled up blanket underneath that straight knee just to give it a little support, especially if that hamstring is tight. And then you can be here, something like that. Okay? All right. Now, if you're taking the full version, I'm going to take one foot, bring it under next to the glute, and then maybe those knees stack, maybe they don't. That's okay. If you feel like you're leaning over to one side, find that blanket or support, slide it underneath. We are going to be here for a nice, yummy 3 minutes. We're going to do this on each side. So get nice and comfy in this position. Take your time, move around, go slow. If you're not ready to come all the way down, don't. If this adds additional pressure and stress to the bottom knee joint, then maybe consider straightening the leg and bringing it to half shoelace. But for now, be where you are, and then as you are ready, you can walk your hands forward. You can take some blocks, support your head, maybe even take your hands on top of your knee and let your head rest. So lots of choices, but you do what's right for you, even if that means staying up. Because even here, if you're in half shoelace or full shoelace, you will feel the sensation in the lower body. Okay? So choose your adventure, my friends. Listen to that wise voice, that inner voice. We never force ourselves into a shape. We allow. And keep releasing with your exhales. That breath is still super important, even if we're not in some kind of flow practice. We still need to breathe and move that energy with the breath, releasing and letting go. All right, my friends. Boy, that 3 minutes flew by for me. I don't know about you, but carefully walk your hands back if you came into that forward fold. And then if you're in the half shoelace, same thing. If you brought yourself down, carefully bring yourself back up. A couple ways to come out, and you can carefully unwind, uncross the legs. More than welcome to take the legs straight, stretch them out. For me, I feel pretty good this morning, so I'm going to take my hands down and I'm just going to spin myself around in a full circle to get my opposite knee on front or a knee on top. So by doing that, I just press my hands down, press into the outside of my feet, and I'm just going to do a little turn. And voila, the other leg is on top. I love it. So easy. But if you are not taking this version, straighten that bottom leg out or the opposite leg and then make that crossing. Again, be mindful of the knee, just not on top of make sure that ankle is not on top of the knee, just above or below. And then you decide. So if this is where you are, this is where you are. If you have a wall support, use it. Take that wall and lean against it. Like I said, maybe this is enough for you today. Maybe you want to try coming forward into that shape. These are all choices. And none of them are wrong. Isn't that the fun part? None of them are wrong. It's really like whatever feels right for you today. So if you are taking full shoelace, feel even on both sides, even out the hips. So slide something underneath. So you're not leaning, right? We want to feel even. This is the groundedness here. Again, be mindful of the knees. If it's too much pressure, straighten that bottom leg. Good. And so I'm going to set our timer here, 3 minutes again on this side. Just allow your body just to kind of be for a moment. It can take anywhere, from 30, 45, maybe even a full minute for your body just to kind of like get okay with the posture that we're in. And then gradually, as you're ready, if you want to come forward, whether you're in full shoelace or half shoelace, either one, you can bring yourself forward. And maybe the more you come down, the more you pull your chin and the more sensation you're going to feel. But again, use props where you need them. If you need support in your head and your neck because it's just not ready to do this, that's fine. Bring a blocker if you've had an injury or if you just slept wrong. Support the body, right? You're still getting lots of other sensation, right? We're getting the hips, the back, the low back. So if the spine, the upper body, the neck doesn't need to be involved in it, prop it up. And continuing to breathe. Don't forget to breathe into the back body. Feel the breath take up space in your back body. Feel that expansion with your in-breath. Wow, again, 3 minutes just flies by. Okay, walk those hands underneath the shoulders. If you came into a fold, carefully bring yourself back up. Unwind your legs, use your arms. I can definitely feel the hip flexors right now. I can feel like they got a little worked. So I'm going to be very mindful with my legs, and I'm just going to kind of use my arms to support them, let them go straight, maybe bring them to a little bit of a jiggle wiggle, let them kind of move around. How we doing so far? Good. I think I want to get into our psoas and our low back. I already have a couple more postures ready for us to go. Okay, I see the hearts. Yay, we're feeling good. Love it. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Welcome. If a few more people popped on, it looks like a few more people have. If you've joined while we were in that last shape, and if there's something that you're looking for in your practice today, please feel free to put it in the chat. I want to make sure that you're getting what you need today too. Okay? All right. Okay. Yes. So as please. All right, Danny, let's do it. Okay. So we are going to find ourselves in a deer shape. So I'm going to move my things off of my bolster, or off of my mat, and I'm going to find my bolster. So bolster here, hips here. So we're going to come into this 90-90. Now I'm going to leave this here. This is going to be optional if you want to bring yourself all the way down. Otherwise, it's just bring it here to 90-90s. Oof, this is nice. This might be where I stay. I don't know. We're not going to be here for super long. We're going to be here for 2 minutes. So choices. I'm going to walk. I start the timer already, but I'm going to walk you through this a little bit. If you want to bring yourself down onto the bolster, this back knee might need a little bit more give. So this back knee might come in, and it may even touch that front foot heel. They can touch. It's just to give the hip enough space to swing forward, and you can come down. That's a choice. Otherwise, maybe you're just upright. Maybe you bring your hands. I know for me, I feel more right here right now with keeping my legs as they are without moving that back knee in and placing the hands down. I'm feeling like I'm getting that nice stretch over the top of my hip, right? Oof. Just gentle, not crazy. Now, if you can keep your legs like this, the hips kind of open, and you want to work on bringing yourself down, you might do that. But again, it's all a choice, not mandatory. We're almost there. Try to soften this back hip because I know it wants to tighten up. I'm getting so much, like even in just this little twist, not too much, just a little rotation away from the legs. Yeah, really try to work on relaxing and keeping that back hip down. Oof, you'll get so much. Keep breathing. Oh, very good. Stay for one more inhale. Good. Exhale. Carefully unwind. Ooh, nice. Maybe bring the knees up. Allow them to sway a little bit side to side. Okay. Maybe shoulder? Okay, sure, Danny. Sounds good. I can throw something in for shoulders. That's never an issue. Can always do that. Okay. All right. So same idea. I don't like to turn my back to the camera, so that's why I shift my props. It's funny. I did it over when I taught in studio the other night, and I did the same thing. And I think that must be from when I was like performing in plays in high school. I was terrible. I was like a little extra, I guess you could say. I wasn't like a main character. Scared the crap out of me. And now look what I do. Isn't that funny? My throat chakra wasn't opened yet when I was in high school, so I was still not confident about public speaking. Now it's a little different. Okay. The same. Feels weird to have that. Yeah, exactly. Right. And I think it's just kind of like that thing. Like, I mean, I was a school teacher too. So the same thing, like if you're facing the board talking, they're not going to be able to hear you. So you have to be able to like write. And of course I'm left-handed too. So I write and talk at the same time. So anyway, I digress. Okay. Other hip. Boy, I just went off on a tangent. Second nature. It's like, yeah, exactly. Right. For sure. Okay. So other hip, take those 90-90s if you're ready for them. Again, you decide. Maybe you're going to bring yourself down to the bolster or your stack of blankets or pillows or whatever you have. Let that back knee slide in to give the hip space. It's kind of the same thing we do like when we're in Warrior 2 and Warrior 1. When we make that transition from Warrior 2 to Warrior 1, we need a little bit more space, right? So maybe that foot steps out a little bit wider to swing that hip forward so we're neutral. So kind of the same idea. So you get to decide. I'll start the timer. 2 minutes here. Again, I'm already feeling this back hip clenching. It's just so like, oh, I'm ready. Let me fire up. And I'm like, no, down, girl, down. So that's my work, is to soften this hip. And then maybe we do a little twist. And you decide where you are and what you need. Maybe you need more. Maybe you need less. I know I need less. I don't need more. Less is great. Less is more. So again, know where your work is. Know where your go-to spots are. For me, it's this, right? I have to like consciously think about it because it wants to clench. Keep releasing with your exhales. Good. Try to let go and just feel, let the muscles relax, but let the soft tissues really get what they need out of this position. Hmm. All right. Gently bring yourself up. Carefully inhale, lift the knees. Again, maybe windshield wipers side to side. See how that feels. Maybe go slow. Maybe just drop one knee down at a side, like at a time. Might feel really good after those 90-90s, those deers. Whichever version you took. Maybe you slept your deer. Maybe you laid down. Or maybe you stayed up. But definitely feeling some more here. Okay, friends. So I know we have a request for shoulder too. We will absolutely get to that. For right now, let's go ahead and come into a butterfly. Great posture for all ages and stages for both men and women. This is a practice. This is like one I always throw in with every practice. So we can bring the feet further apart or closer into the body. It all just depends on you and where you want to feel the sensation. So as the feet are further away from your body, you're going to feel more in the outside hips in the low back. You bring them closer in, you're going to feel more on the inseam, and you'll feel some in the low back as well. So you decide what you need today. Let's spend about 3 minutes here in this shape. Also, ladies, if you're on your cycle, this is a great posture to incorporate during that time of the month. But like I said, it's really good for any age and stage for men and women. It's good for the prostate. It's good for the uterus. So there you go. Again, choices. Maybe this is enough. You're like, I'm good right here. I don't need to go forward. But if you want to, or maybe you want to come down, but you don't want to come down really far. Maybe you take some props and you prop yourself up. So be where you are and breathe. Like I said, we were going to stay here for 3 minutes. We have about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So as you're ready, come down and breathe. This shape is also wonderful for grounding and balancing the nervous system. So targeting a lot of areas here. Keep breathing into your back body. And keep finding that edge. You know, if you're in the spot, in the pose, in any pose, and you're like, wow, this is just like feeling a little too gentle, a little too easy, then push yourself a little bit more to that next step. Try it out. See how it goes. Breathe in that space. All right, friends. Carefully, if you came forward, carefully walk yourself back upright. Good. Take your hands on the outsides of your knees. Gently bring the knees together. And then if you want to take any kind of movement, if you want to wiggle the legs out or take some cats and cows, you can do that, or take a downward facing dog. If there's anything that your body is asking for, please do that. We are going to be coming to all fours. So if you want to, eventually find yourself there, that's probably a good place to land. But we'll meet in a few breaths. So take your time. Just move very mindfully. You don't need to rush. The postures are not going anywhere. They'll still be there. Such a great practice to do in the morning. I've taught yin for so long at night. or in the afternoons that it was kind of a welcome change to teach it in the morning. So I'm also teaching this practice on Friday mornings at 8 a.m. So no more afternoon practice. The afternoon practice will be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time, and it's going to be a restorative practice. I've done restoratives on here before, but I'm going to try again. Hopefully it gets a little better traction with that time, so I can include some of my East Coast people, since I know I have a lot of people out there that like to follow along. So we'll see how it goes. Yes. And then towards the end, the yin practice, typically it's going to be on that Friday. Usually it's a Friday practice. But doing the seasonal chakra balancing one, that will definitely take place this month in September for the season change, which we can already see is happening here in Las Vegas. All right, friends, we are coming down into a child's pose. So big toes come together, separate your knees. If you want to extend the arms, so this is an opportunity to add the shoulders in. Extend the arms forward. They can be soft. The forearms do not need to be lifted. They can be relaxed, but you're still going to feel that gentle stretch in the shoulder area. If they need space, then you can take the hands wider than shoulders or anywhere in between. So forehead can come down, elbows can rest. Let's be here for, where are we? Let's be here for, let's do 2 minutes. And if the shoulders are not having it after a certain period of time, feel free to relax the arms down alongside your body, but we're going to be here for 2 minutes. Keep sinking your hips back towards your heels and then reaching those fingertips towards the top of your mat. That's where you're going to feel that compression or that stretch that we're looking for. That tension we are adding to the shape. So it's not just like a nice relaxing downward facing dog. We are actually really pulling the hips towards the back of our mat and the fingertips towards the front of the room. Good. On your inhale, just carefully lift your head. I'm going to take another little shoulder stretch here, but only for a minute on each side. So carefully look up towards your mat, the top of your mat, and take your right arm for me, and then carefully weave it behind the left arm. Palm will face up, and then you can turn your head to one side. So just like a little figure 4 for the upper body, getting another little shoulder stretch on the outside. See how that feels? And just breathe. So there might be a little mild twist here, but a big compression for the shoulder here. Breathing. Expanding with your breath. Good. All right, slowly inhale, lift your head, reach that right arm long. Now, other arm. Carefully lift left arm, weave it behind the right. And let's start this one more time. Good. So now that left palm will weave behind the right, and that palm will face towards the sky. So I definitely feel a difference between left and right. My other one was way tighter. And keep sinking those hips back towards the heels. And keep reaching those fingertips towards the top of your mat. Feel that rib cage expand on all sides. So left and right, top and bottom. Just feel like you're taking up space on your yoga mat. We don't need to shrink. We can be our full selves on our yoga mat. Good. Inhale, slowly lift your head, reach the arm forward. Oh, just stay here for another moment. Good. And then slowly come up. Carefully flip to your back. We're going to hug our knees in towards our chest. How are we doing? So far, so good, everybody? All right. Woohoo. Yay, I love it, Danny. All right, friends. Well, we are coming to our backs, hugging the knees and giving ourselves a little rock side to side. Good. Then just do a little mental check-in. How are we feeling? Anything shift? Anything change since when we started? Now here's an opportunity for a twist. You decide, maybe it's both knees to one side, maybe it's single leg, but I want you to choose the twist that you need right now for the body for this practice. So single, or maybe it's both knees. And we're just going to breathe here for a few breaths. So come back to that intention. Come back to where we started and just notice. How do you feel? Do you feel ready for the day, more grounded? Did any of that energy shift that we had? Were we able to breathe through it and come out on the other side with different feelings, a different mindset, a different perspective? Was that breath able to move any of that stuck energy? I know it helped me a lot. So I have to say thank you all for being here and sharing your energy and asking for what you needed in this practice. And I hope you received that. All right, carefully come to your back. All right, now other side. Oof. All right, carefully bring those knees in, drop them over to one side. Good, one knee, both knee, whatever version of a twist you need. Good, breathing here. And if you are feeling ever so generous this morning and you were happy with the services and you got what you needed, then please feel free to make a donation, right? Even if it's $1 or $2, it really adds up. So thank you so much for being here and sharing practice and being a part of the group today. Just a couple more breaths here. Good. All right, carefully come to your back. Hug your knees in again. One last time. Maybe lift your nose towards your knees. And give yourself a squeeze. And let's find ourselves in a Shavasana. So whatever that is for you. I'm going to take a bolster underneath the knees. Maybe a blanket for my head. And that is where I will land. And then we'll be here for a few moments. And then we'll come back together to close our practice. So don't go anywhere. We're not finished yet. But if you need to go, I totally understand. And then find yourself gently tucking the shoulders underneath the heart. Palms will face up. And let go of any controlled breathing. Maybe take a nice full breath in. Open mouth, release, let it go. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Okay, just kidding. One more time. Inhale. Hold it at the top. Maybe sip in a little bit more. And let it go. Shavasana. Nothing to think, nothing to do. Sometimes nothing is good for you. Okay, my friends, begin to deepen your breath. Bring some movement to your fingers and to your toes. You are more than welcome to stay longer in your Shavasana. But if you need to jam, I totally get it too. And then maybe extend that movement to wrist and ankle circles in one direction. Good. And then reverse those circles. Just a couple rotations in each direction. Just kind of waken the body up again. And then inhale once more. Reach the arms overhead. Full body stretch. And as you're ready, just roll over to one side and pause for a moment. And then when you're ready, find your way back up to a comfortable seat, and we will close our practice for the morning. And then tomorrow I'll be back for restorative yoga for Wellness Wednesday, and that'll be at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So that'll be about a 45 to an hour practice. So bring your props and no experience necessary. Just come ready to be completely chill. So for all of you today, thank you so much for showing up. I hope you got what you needed from practice. So when you're ready, inhale, reach the arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, bringing down all of that divine universal energy to your heart centers. And that divine universal energy vibrates as the frequency of love through which you and I and all sentient beings are connected on this planet. The light in me salutes and honors the light in all of you, my friends. Namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you got what you needed and this practice served you. And I will be back next Tuesday at 8 a.m. So feel free to come back and tell me what you need for practice. What's going on in your body? That's what this is all about, right? Like if I come with the practice already like scripted and ready to go, I mean, I'm sure it would be great for a lot of people, but I find this is more like, geared towards my audience who's here in front of me. And that's who I want to teach, the people that are in front of me. So how can I serve you? Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much. Amazing. Oh my gosh. Right on. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Danny. Amazing, lovely stretch and energy. Right on. Love it. Feel free. Let me see. Oh my God. When they pop through, they just come back. Okay. There you are. Okay. Much better when the shoulder is stretched. Right on. Namaste. Alice, thank you so much. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Sana. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Peace. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Oh, good. Please come back. Come back. Diane, thank you so much. April, oh, good to see you. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Wonderful. All right, y'all. I will see you tomorrow afternoon. If I don't see you tomorrow afternoon, then we'll do it again Friday morning at 8 a.m. for the Yin Yoga practice. So yay. All right, everybody, enjoy your day and don't forget to drink your water. All right, take care. Oh, I love it. Yay, yay, yay. Maybe see you tomorrow too, April. Okay.